Hi, my name is Cameron Holland, and I'm here at the Cedar Hill Museum to interview Ms. Phyllis Stewart. Today is December 12th, 2015, and we're going to get started. So, Ms. Stewart, how are you today?
Great.
So pertaining towards your childhood, how did you first start to like history?
Oh gosh, I didn't really think too much about history as a child or anything. I think I didn't really appreciate it until I bought an old building, which is right across the street here, for my business. I put in a shop called Baby Delights back in 1986, and that's when I fell in love with the history of Cedar Hill.
Okay. How did you first get involved with Cedar Hill history?
As I said, we had the business there, and there was a historical society in town that had been operating for several years, which I joined and helped, and just sort of a progression from that.
So what inspired you to work here at the museum?
Just that, I just had a passion for the history and knew that the organization really didn't have a lot of depth in the type of people that were able to do office stuff, and kind of, a lot of the people were older and retired, and I just felt like they needed me to help them.
Okay. What's your favorite aspect of your job?
Oh gosh, I still enjoy, hearing the people's stories, and actually putting the exhibit together was probably, really one of the most fun things. It just a culmination of all of it, really, though.
How do you think that you impacted the Cedar Hill community?
We hope that we have inspired people to pay attention to the past, because that helps people make decisions in the future. And we just feel like it's important for the new generation to realize how things were in the past, to make them appreciate the things that they have now.
So, how has your career created value in your life?
How has it created value in my life? Oh dear. I don't know. I think it's, kind of helped me stay positive. And of course, when I had my children's shop across the street, I was always around people that were, starting their families, and that was really a good time to be around people when they're happy and excited. And that's the group here with the museum is similar. They were all very passionate as well about getting a museum started.
That's nice. Who was the biggest influence in your career?
Well, I think when I first moved to Cedar Hill, there was the mayor, I guess at the time, I suppose he was still mayor, but anyway, it was W.S. Permenter. And he just made me realize how important it is to be a part of the community, and how each person can make a difference, just even by small things. He was one that was real positive about the building from him, and he was passionate about small businesses being able to be profitable.
What's the goal of your job?
The goal of my what?
Your job.
Oh, the goal of my job. Just to share and save the history of Cedar Hill. We've gone a long ways in the last 10 or 20 years, but we want to continue just to preserve it.
So what's your favorite exhibit inside the museum?
Well, probably it was the Plesiosaurus paddle that we had, but we just recently had to return it to SMU. It was part of the 60-foot-long swimming sea lizard that the farmer found in 1933 here. And that exhibit is still exciting to me, and we hope to get a sort of a scale model of that fossil.
Interesting. So what do you love about working at the museum?
Just seeing the people and hearing the stories, you know, just that there's so many different things to do. I mean, it's, you know, like running a small business, but yet it has a volunteer, you know, basis, and so there's just all different types of areas that you can apply yourself to.
Okay. So if the museum could be gifted any item, what would you want?
Oh, gosh, probably that plesiosaurus that's at SMU, but you know, we have a lot of history here, and maybe more oral histories from the older generation that was raised here would be good too.
What have you learned from working at the museum?
Gosh, I've learned a lot. It has inspired me to research into a lot of areas that I really didn't realize I had an interest in, but then I found them, you know, very exciting, and it just sort of has inspired me to learn more.
What legacy do you hope to leave through the museum?
Well, you know, just Cedar Hill's history. I mean, that in itself would be a great thing, I think.
And lastly, what made you want to work at the museum?
Just, you know, I felt that need that we were a small organization, and I just felt like I could help.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And here are some artifacts in the Cedar Hill Museum.